Championship point, we're going to flying clouds. Mind you, TL has not lost on flying clouds.
What is that, 17-0 now?
They're
Yep.
17-0. They're 17-0. They've got a 68% win rate on the red side, but I think this is, I don't know. Team Falcons has to figure something out for this draft.
Joseph, it's a fighting map.
It's a fighting
And
map.
Liquid are fighting champions.
They are, man. Gosh, this is, I guess this is you going against the odds if you're Team Falcons.
A punch for a punch.
Finally respecting the presence of the Paquito. Seems like we're gonna go back to the Harley, Suyo, Leymord, Phovius trade. Leia hasn't been banned yet. Neither has Marcel. It's up to Liquid to take out the Marcel. Especially maybe take out the Freya. Unless they open it, then they just go full Ooga Booga. Yes, that is actual analysis, folks. Full damage, full speed, end the game in under 12.
Potentially, I don't know, man. As much as we just witnessed a stampede, a very quick game, I'm hoping Game 6 doesn't go that way. I'm hoping that when we start to see the picture painted here for Team Falcons, they lock in a couple of these heroes. We know the game plan they want to go for. They can't contest the Fredrin anymore. The utility bans are being out. They respect ban the Paquito. It's done too much to stop Team Falcons from getting the full flight they're looking for. And the last one is also that Freya ban that Teddy picked up.
Okay, this being Game 6, it just dawned on me. Falcons chose to be blue. Last night, they had all of the momentum. Even in this game, even in this match, rather, they had all the momentum from red. Is this a clear sign of them saying something's got to change? Something massive has to change now.
Yeah, it seems like a tailored draft is underway. 2 or 3 potential sets of them. They banned out the Freya, again, talking about the Freya and Marcel trade. So they banned the Marcel Liquid as expected. And so Liquid still has an avenue to go for the fast rush. Liquid can go Leymord high loss again if it's available for them. If it's going to be Harley, we could see a long game. It is an Eve rush. An Eve rush.
Okay, Eve rush. This is this worth the rush then? Like to go ahead and grab the blue side Eve?
Well, they'll get their combo. I think they're going to end up getting the Harith on the swing back. Liquid are probably eyeing just getting their Claude now. If it's not going to be the Claude, then they'll get the Moskov later. And then jungle picks all still active. Wouldn't be surprised if they leave their jungle pick just for a little bit later, pick up a strong EXP. We mentioned the Phovius. But it could also be one of those scenarios where getting a Yuzhong later would be good. But it is a Phovius and Claude, 2 of the picks that we expected. With the Harith, it'll be tough to get it now. I think they just double down on what worked for them in the past. Get the carry onto Super Marco. Consider the Suyo or maybe even the Leomord for Team Falcons. There's no Sora that you have to worry about. Now the next big picks you have to worry about might actually have to be the mid laner for Sanji. If Falcons show the Leomord, that's an easy Valentina pick for Team Liquid Philippines. You get to steal not only the RWM, but even the Phantom Steed.
Okay, next up, Guinevere. Oh, they're going with the Guinevere again.
For the love of all that is green and Falcons, I hope this is exactly what we think it is.
Yes. Gwyn jungle only.
Gwyn jungle. It can't be the Gwyn roam.
Joseph.
I'm not feeling it if it is, man.
That's what we thought in Game 5.
Yes. So keep it in the jungle. No, Team Falcons is going to come up with the best game plan depending on what these choices for Team Liquid are. And right now, the Harley comes through, at least for Carl Tizzi.
Phovius is going to be one of their big stoppers. I think Falcons needs to commit a ban onto the Gord and the Valentina. If not both, then one of those, and you take away a JP hero. But if you take away a JP hero, actually no, don't take away either the Hylos or Gaton, because Liquid will end up with one of those 2. And there was the lack of heal, which is what hurt Falcons earlier. Keep the Hylos Gaton Kacha trade open. But the tough thing about that, Liquid might just also ban out one of the options. The more I speak about it, the more it seems like Liquid are getting closer and closer to just etching their names to the greatest. Still, Falcons are respecting the other picks. The Loyi, the macro would have been big for Liquid.
Yeah.
So many avenues they could still go through. I'm getting quite overwhelmed with all the options they could go for.
Yeah, a whole lot of choices here throughout the draft, but right now, as long as Team Falcons fixes what really messed them up in the previous game and ended up being such a stampede for Team Liquid, would be to solidify having one of the more beefy roams, maybe the ones that have a revitalize that you can run with, since you still have those options available to you. Maybe it's going to be a Khalid in the hands of Ogwin. Maybe you get the Gatakacha. This Hilda is going to be banned out by TL just to due diligence, make sure that's not messing up the Claude, as we've seen for Teddy. So a good quality ban coming out from TL. Team Falcons, on the other hand, they still have one more option. They might continue to hone in on the mid lane options.
Yeah. They can't take away one of the roamers. So they have to make the choice whether it's the Valentine or Gord that's going away. Very honest, EXP jungle gold already. It's Roman mid that we're waiting for, Roman EXP. It's the Valentina that they pick. Gord available for Sanji if everyone wants to go for it.
Oh, Gord Harley combo, man.
Gord
We've
Harley.
seen it.
Wait, if they Gord Harley, Flap gets the Sora.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why
what-
they banned the Val.
Yeah, that's what TLPH is waiting for. They probably pick JP's pick first and then wait to see what Flap's gonna go for. If they show the Gord, it's a very easy Sora.
But there
that's
is a
for the
Phobe.
Phobius. Again, it's not always an automatic counter, but it does not make it so easy to play it. It's more demanding of the execution for a team when Sora goes up against a team with a Phobius. With how long a Phobius can buy time for the rest of the team, Sora might not get the help it needs. A Cho for JP.
The Cho, man, this combination, having the Cho and the Phobius, were big components of their win against Onyx.
If they want a big boss and a lot of crowd control, you consider either Batang or Atlas. And then for Flap, you have to get Burst. Get the Lapu or maybe even consider something like a Yuzhong. So my recommendation is Yuzhong Atlas, Yuzhong Batang. Getting a Kali to try and match the rotational speed of the Cho might not be enough for your team. And for the love of all that is good, put that Guinevere in the jungle.
Yeah,
This is where we find out.
Yeah.
This is where it happens.
A couple seconds will tell us what they're going. You get the thumbs up from Ogwin. It is. So Hylos will be the roam for Ogwin. Flap will get the Lapu Lapu. And we've got the Guinevere in the jungle.
So it's very similar to combo and execution to when they went to 2-2.
Yeah.
So a little more hope for Falcons here.
I definitely like this a lot more. What's the answer going to be in the mid lane for Team Liquid? They could simply just go the Gord, but they're going to go the Jushin instead, providing them with one of the strongest mid lane picks, if not the strongest hero for that role.
Cho and Jushin don't get the combo, but the Cho and Harley does. It's up in the air, and it'll all boil down to the first two turtles. Whoever gets those and how it looks after will be the winner. Will it be Liquid ending it here in 6, or will Falcons force a fated game number 7?
Man, we need that game 7, Team Falcons. I feel like this draft was the one that they needed. Let's see if we can make it to the full series. It all starts here because right now, after the stomp that Team Liquid had in the previous game, they are riding into the Land of Dawn on momentum for this one. So will they continue it forward, or will we see the Falcons once again soar higher?
Marco and Teddy, we go back into the last two players that made the walkouts for their teams, how they'll manage the laning, and how they'll manage the eventual mid-game power spike. Master Assassin for Super Marco. It's expected a Festival of Blood for Teddy. Cause Gwyn jungle will get faster access to cooldowns.
Yep.
After using the ultimate, but there are 2 purifies on the side of Liquid. And it's the main targets for this Guinevere, that Jushin and that Claude. Meanwhile, Marco is the only one packing a Purify for the team, but there's a good amount of CC immunity built into the Falcons lineup as well.
Yeah, even with this.
Ooh.
Oh, little.
Forgets Crab. And he spams TP. You don't see it on screen, but you see it on the map.
Whoa!
Mid lane. Gonna drag him back.
Ogwin trying to get out of here.
Oh.
JP secures it. And a flicker out of Haji might go down as well. And Carl finds him. The GOAT is bloodthirsty.
One kick from JP, and that's not even the way of the dragon. It was just literally an attack. And you've got 2 kills now for Team Liquid.
A mishandling of the trade. Carl Teasy, after going full orange side clear, shows up, exchanges basic attacks, and he shows up just at the right time as Sanji and JP layered their crowd control together. Who in 2026 shows a Genflix Aerowolf emote? That's deep
elite,
cut.
That's elite ball knowledge right there.
That's elite ball knowledge.
I wish I had that knowledge. Now I do. Thank you.
Those were the times, Joseph.
Those were the times.
Very old ID team.
So now with this lead, Turtles up, first one of the game. Team Falcons is looking like they want to go ahead and grab control of it. TL, want to contest? JP, relying on the G Kundo here.
It's him against 4 members of Falcons. In comes Sanji with a Crimson Beacon. Requiem helps Kyle secure. Turtle goes over to Falcons, and Sanji gets taken down. They trade for Kyle. Now Open caught inside, RWM by Haji. In comes the dunk from 40, and 40 gets taken down by Open. Carl takes down the big horse, and SOD, no one home. Falcons win, but just barely.
Yeah, Kyle had to use his Violet Requiem, Teddy blazing to win, and they are gonna steal the purple away!
Kyle is hungry, that's his lunch money.
What a perfect play there by Liquid, but Haji got the last hit! Void Blast from the Eve!
So Haji says thanks.
Carl didn't have the retribution, so it went from bad to good.
Yeah, not too bad. This gives Haji a little bit of a advantage in the mid.
Oh, they dogpile on a Sanji. He purifies, but he gets taken down still. Now JP, tail end of the Bravest Fighter dodged. Falcons pick off.
That is Onyx-esque in how they executed that. They found the pick off right away, forced out the Purify from Sanji, but Sanji already took too much damage. The aggression. Falcons needs to keep this up if they want to force game number 7.
Yeah, just when you thought, you know, Team Liquid was pressing on that same pedal that they've seen in game 1, 2, and even the previous game 5, they get to this point where Team Falcons has responded. That's great for them. They made the adjustments they needed. Super Marco's been able to go ahead and just farm up in his lane. He did throw out an SOD earlier. I'm not sure if he would have followed that up or not, but still, part of this game plan for Team Falcons has been leaning towards Haji, leaning towards Super Marco later in the game, and that's still a potential here on this Moskov.
Guinevere has been one of the signature picks for Falcons this season. Often banned. Early on, it showed up as a surprise pick that ended up working out really well. Flap had to use the Bravest Fighter for the CC immunity so that, for that little jump, so that he would not get caught by Liquid, and he is safe.
Oh, in comes Kyle, forcing a blazing duet from Tada. He lives. Didn't even need to use the Purify.
Yeah, that's going to be Turtle going to Team Liquid, but now Falcons have to trade it up for the tower up top. How much will they get? Seems like not much.
In comes Sanji. RWM, Carl DG secures the Turtle off camera. Haji swiping away. Ogwin comes through. Last minute. Glorious Pathway forcing a Crimson Beacon out of Sanji. No dice for Falcons.
Okay, so they trade for objectives. TL doesn't end up losing anybody off of that, but there was definitely an attempt from Team Falcons. They just couldn't capitalize on the kill, so it's pretty much an even trade.
I'd rather have this than them overextend and end up with nothing either way.
Yeah, it's a good thing also that Teddy didn't need to use his Purify the last one, just the raw power of Blazing Duet, Fighter Emblem Festival of Blood, keeping himself alive through raw lifesteal and spell spam.
And I think just the movement speed that he got, it just allowed him to get out of dodge.
Yeah.
Good moves here on both sides right now. Team Falcons just slowly cooking with this lineup.
700 gold lead now for Super Marco, so that rotation from the Falcons ended up helping their cause. They want to get their Moskov out of this lane quick.
They want to get him out here quick. Part of that is just continuing to let Super Marco do this. Again, I think even if he lands the SODs in the last turtle, it depends. You know, he's right there on that side of the map. If he has an opening, he'll take it. If not, he continues to scale up on the Moskov. So far, though, your advantage is fighting around Haji. potentially Kyle's threat like this.
Requiem finds JP. But JP does live. Oh, Haji with the RWM clutch today. Defensive use of the BMI. A pickoff is a pickoff.
Carl Teasy almost got taken down. If Falcons got that, that would be a snowball start. But they did get JP. They use a lot of abilities for that, though. And again, the Gwyn, so fearsome in the jungle.
Yeah, that's the threat that we're looking for here.
The real deal.
Oh, wow, nice Spear of Misery.
Massive by Marco, and they didn't even overcommit. They just wanted the turret. Now Carl Teasy coming in. Teddy and JP looking for targets. Ogwyn holding it down. Ogwyn gets taken down here. Carl secures.
So that gives them a clear sign to go ahead and secure the last turtle of the game.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay there by Falcons. Liquid knew that Ogwyn didn't have his Revitalize yet. They were counting, they marked it, and they got turtle number 2.
Turtle 3.
Their second.
Their second turtle.
Oh, their second.
Is what I meant.
He was right.
You were right.
But also,
I am right. So we're all right.
Yeah. We were talking. We were talking about the first 2 turtles, but it ended up becoming dead even because no one got a clear lead. But now this turtle 3, Falcons needs to start getting towers off the sides. That's how Teddy and Liquid were able to get one up top. So now it's going to be Kyle helping out Super Marco to break this. Just a trade yet again across the map.
Oh yeah, they're going to trade. Teddy just does a bit of damage that one, but that will be the tier 1 falling.
That's a lot of minions, man. Even with the damage reduction of the turret, it still took out way too much health.
Oh, and Flap is taking his time. He doesn't trust the map. He doesn't know where JP is. Nor Carl, so he's not sure if he wants to overcommit to the defense.
Look at JP right now, man. He's just behind enemy lines, just taking a gander around.
One might say light-like.
Yeah, that's looks very light-like at this point. They want to go for this tier 1.
Oh my lord! Deadly Magic's it. Hanyu catches it.
Yep, he'll be alive though. A bit of a body block there by Ogwyn. Kyle thinking about recalling back to base or staying in the pixel. And he makes the right call and goes back. As Liquid now have control of the river and the map, Falcons' time is running out for their mid-game. But their time comes back online for the late game through their Moskov and their Eve.
Yeah, that's what they're playing here for. Tier 1 going to be worked on again. TL playing around this advantage of mobility where Team Falcons is centered up. Kyle won't land it. Whoa!
Dear Lord! Marco put within an inch of his health. He stays. Ballsy.
The same area where Marco spotted out Carl Teasy when it was the carry versus the YSS. There was it.
Carry versus Harley.
Harley, there, thank you.
Look at Teddy again.
Opening up the map.
Marco's getting there.
Yeah,
Flying clouds.
Falcons are lost in their own jungle and in their own side of the river. Because of the threat of the Cho and how fast it can rotate, they really cannot read the rotations of Liquid.
They don't trust it. Bravest Fighter from Flap, bursting one from Sanji. And now in comes the Bravest Fighter, blazing the wet inside the RWM. Teddy trying to deal some damage. Sanford caught through. Does flicker out.
That's a great pick. This is the Lord up. Carl Teasy's still up though, so Team Falcons, even with taking out Sanji, they still have to be cautious.
They see Harley.
Just like against Onyx, as long as they pick off the Zushin, they are ready to go. Lord here, within a tenth of its health, and Kyle secures. Oakland will get picked off though. JP taken down. Flap is wailing away. Will get taken down here. And now Carl and Teddy. Kyle with the setup and the freeze. Oh, he gets taken down here. Pyrrhic victory for Falcons.
They get the Lord, but they lost too much. Liquid with the pedal on the gas. Falcons tried to get some kills, but Liquid were able to sidestep and survive. The Lord, though, will still be able to get out of the Falcons base. It spawns now. While Flap is back in 5, Kyle is back in 11. Falcons will be able to push out.
6 games in, one thing is true.
Yeah.
RWM plus the SOD and the SOM. Haji with a shutdown. Carl falls. Traded out for. Looking for more. Super Marco here. That's too much pressure. He flickers back. Dodges back rather, but it's too much. And there's not much of a punish from Falcons as they get run through by Liquid. Sanji with a Crimson Beacon. Infernal pursuit by Sanford. They both just live. And the lantern flare from the chef.
One thing is true, that might have been an overstep.
They got the Harley, but it cost them too much. Still, the members of Falcons will return, and this Lord will get the charge and pop the passive. In the big picture of the macro, it works out for Falcons. In the small picture, of the gold, in terms of the outplays, Carl Teasy is 3 levels ahead of Kyle.
But that never stopped Falcons.
Yeah.
More than once in this series, Kyle stepped up and knew that it was all about utility. And if there's a way for Falcons to slow this down, that's what they gotta do. Time and again in this series alone, you've seen as long as it's slow and steady,
Yep.
Falcons win. But if it happens in the blink of an eye, even if it's Falcons who engages, initiates, Liquid wins.
Oh, look at this.
He's into this.
That's a kick onto Ogwin, RWM, plus the Glorious Pathway used defensively. SOM into the wall. A lot of damage coming in from Marco. Now he takes down JP. Sanji with the Crimson Beacon, compromising Super Marco. Teddy with a blazing duet, taking down Flap. Taking down Ogwin as well. 2 for none. Make it a 3 for 1. Tane with a triple. Sanji finds Marco. 4 for 1. And that's a wipeout. Tane is a maniac.
The minion waves are far, but does Liquid have the damage? Does Liquid have the speed to march through the mid and into immortality?
They're taking it down the tier 2 turret. You have a couple seconds for Team Falcons to come up. JP will immortality tank this turret. They'll just get that and go reset.
Slow it down. Liquid have demolished that mid lane inhibitor.
Oh!
Now in comes the rest of Falcons. JP dashes on through, flickers out. Glorious Pathway, SOD. Sanji does use the Crimson Beacon to survive. Super Marco into Tane, blazing duet. BMI through, and Haji punishes him. There's a shutdown. Ogwin gets taken out here. 2 for 1 the trade.
Teddy makes it happen! From steady Teddy to deadly Teddy!
It cost him his life, but it's 2 members of Falcons who fall. But Falcons also made the right call. But Liquid got the counter. It's not over yet. They're still fighting. This is why they're the Titans.
Oh man, this spear and a great beacon from Sanji.
Nature.
But look at that, Teddy there for the team and comes out swinging.
Still could be anyone's game, folks. But the map is blue. And I'm not talking about the color of the Falcons towers. I'm talking about Liquid. Still in control, but Falcons, they're not going down without a fight. They keep on fighting. Marco has SOD.
Oh, this is deadly dance. Lord here at a tenth of its health. Kyle comes in. Teddy secures. Glorious Pathway. In comes Teddy. And there's a Requiem, but no follow through. Ogwin here is going to get taken down. Sanji gets in. Kyle taken out. Teddy finds another. What's Marco thinking? Chubby wave down bottom. Oh, they sent Sanford back to defend.
Falcons needs to withstand this. Haji didn't use his real-world manipulation, so he'll have it with him. But Kyle and Ogwin are down for too long. And it's 5 against 3. The 4 horsemen and their Teddy. Liquid and the cavalry are feeling it.
It's possible that they turn into the 4 horsemen and the GOAT. There's the RWM. Lord still standing. Sanji taking a lot of damage with hoof stomps. Heard through history. A stampede by the cavalry. Going back to back to back.
Team Liquid Philippines are your MPL Philippines Season 17 champions!
We are all witness to a legacy that will withstand the test of ages. Emulated, never to be replicated. Their fierce gallop into immortality will echo forever! Team Liquid PH are the greatest of all time!
One hell of a grand finals we had here in San Juan Arena as all sides erupt with the ending we had here. 6 games of distinct action on both sides. One hell of a series, and again, congratulations. The Titans roared here in San Juan.
Carl Teasy kept his promise. Snap, Aeon, and Teddy got their titles.
And San Juan Arena still remains his home. A gold medal in 2019, 3-peat in 2026.
We've been the We Bear Bros. Thank you so much for joining us here. Let's throw it over on the stage for our winning ceremony.
They fell 1 step short, but they fought a good fight. Maraming salamat, Team Falcons! your Season 17 champion, Team Liquid Philippines! Team Liquid Philippines, get ready to lift the trophy that you've earned. 3, 2, 1.
Weeks of grinding and sacrifice, all leading to the single moment of immortality. Welcome, your MPL Philippines Season 17 champions! To present the mock check, may we call on